playing around with it a bit more. God damn, KOD Roja is so fun. Hey, welcome back to more Limbus Company. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we did a little bit of Canto 5, searching for our kidnapped fellow. This time we're probably gonna find them. And for that we'll grab you, grab there, and I guess that is our syncing setup. There's definitely better syncing IDs that we could use. I don't know off the top of my head who, but... Oh, fucking Butler Otis. I think all the shipping containers are full of... Right, let's try to live on that thought. I tried my best not to speculate about what terrible things the pirates might be hiding in that mountain of shipping containers. Hey, who's there? How'd you find this place? I'm just here to check out our shipping containers with the green triangle over here. And we'll be right out of your hair, okay? Sigma before anything worse, I'm store agent. Simple instruction, fair enough. Don't need to banter too terribly much, but we'll get a little bit of composure at least. I don't know why I thought I had Butler Otis already, but nope, I do not. Oh well. Yeah, just like looking through my team to see what we could do for syncing. Like, we really don't have any other syncing IDs. None of the Walpurgis ones are syncing. Right? Yeah. God, I believe it's Poise, Burn, Tremor, Bleed. And then we got Bleed. I don't think Wingbeat has any status. Okay, it does have a little bit of Bleed, but it's mainly self-heal. Burn, Tremor, mainly Blunt, I think, actually. No, okay, Tremor, but also gain +2 coin power. Yeah. And then, obviously, you do have the SP, the syncing on that, effectively, but probably would end up wanting to save for either of these two. But that'll be for post-Walpurgis. Speaking of, I must recollect my funds. Must do more 10 pulls. This one, it's gotta be the shipping container. Here should be the LCCBT captain. I really thought I was done for. And then finally, LCCB preliminary observation unit 3 assistant manager. Wait, you're not the team leader? I said to capture the LCCB team leader. I'm standing right here. What's with the obvious disappointment? And thank you for saving my life. I heard so many stories about y'all. The LCB, huh? What kind of stories, I wonder? Happy to make your acquaintance, sirs and ladies. I've been a huge fan ever since I joined the company. Oh, what are you all looking at me like that for? Well, long story short, this all mess with this other guy who claimed to be a fan, so yeah, you gotta understand. Oh, and I have a message to deliver you guys. Hey, I bet you guys are chaotically running around somewhere in U-Corp like headless chickens and messing everything up. Time for Oof. Wait, I'm just delivering the message exactly as she said it, intonations and all. Watch out, don't you think it might have been better to start with and I quote? I feel as sure she is too. Visions and emissions are two completely different things. I'll let this sly fledgling just this once. Who is she? Well, of course, it's none other than Manager Miss Sod herself. Sod is alive? Manager, did she get promoted? She's still in recovery, but after team arrived just in the nick of time and treated her wounds, saving her life. That was an impossible promotion. Manager Sod wanted to beat all of y'all too, but it couldn't make it out on account of me being in a different mission. But she's okay. Sod, okay? Of course! It wasn't the smoothest recovery, but she's now healthy enough to eat some grub and hold a lengthy conversation. It's great, but I was asking because she lost her partner right before her eyes. Oh! Pilot produced a piece of old folded paper and began reading from it. This is a reminder to all LCCB employees. We, the Before team, are assigned the paramount task of clearing the path before anyone else does. Every bloodied step, every flash given becomes another stepping stone for your fellow Limbus Company employees to follow in the future. That's the very first line from the new hire training guide we were issued. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the sacrifices we make. Most of my coworkers at LCCB just want to make a quick buck before quitting and say I'm the odd one, though. You're proud of sacrifice? Seriously? No, is she? What? Want starting well flavored ice cream? No way, me too. Why don't we head out and get some together? Oh my god, how are you so strong? Rodeo grabbed Ishmael's arm and began practically dragging her outside. Just in case she gets into another fight. I started sneakily following from a distance. Ishi, you gotta stop bringing the mood down like that. We saved his life, didn't we? I understand that things are a bit rough right now, but let's be a bit more patient, okay? Rojan, that back there, that's just indoctrination. They're brainwashing him. No one wants to admit that they're just throwing themselves into the meat grinder. So they rapidly in the name of self-sacrifice. I know. And why? People need a way to endure that reality and go on living somehow. Some people live from paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes they don't have a choice. Let's hear out the overzealous friend. How about that? Don't talk down like you're calling some baby. We're not that close, Rojan. But I'll listen just this once. Fine, fine. I seem to have noticed I was following him all along. She signaled me with a quick wink. And I was able to return to where the other sinners were before they did. I'm gonna be honest. Nailed the voice for Pilot. Absolute perfection. I'm iffy on a lot of my quote-unquote voice acting. Not with Pilot. Oh, I got Pilot nailed down. Peak. 'Tis injustice that I was left out by an ice cream jaunt. Actually, hold on. Ice cream. Tastes like fish. Now with walk. They put Ground Mermaid in there. Ground Mermaid and ice cream. Boy, I'm nervous. What an audience, huh? Tostoof. Oh, I'm sorry. Talk. SFS. Or except for the obliteration of forehead. I appreciate you translating it. I feel a bit better. She reminded me a lot of her LCC before team director just now. Must be a hell of a boss, huh? Where do I begin? It took us a hot minute to pinpoint the location of the lobby corporate housing the Golden Bow, actually. Me and my teammates, we ran a pretty tight ship. But the twin hook parts of U-Corp batteries caught wind of us sniffing around. Listen here, lad. This be the cheapest bottle of oil in all the Great Lake, I tell you. What? How? That's ridiculous. You don't tell me that this whale oil of dubious origin is worth how much? Wait, yeah, no wonder you produced antagonism to their face. Okay, my defense, those fellas were about to rob us blind. I mean, couldn't you pay just a bit of money for some intel, though? Anyway, after a thorough search, we identified the exact location of the Lobby Corporate with the Golden Bow. Did you find the Golden Bow? Yup, saw that fabled golden light too. Not bright yet. You're too bright yet not too bright, was it? I had to see it with my own two eyes to understand what that meant. Boy, what an incredibly incandescent glow that was, even from even deep within the Lobby Corporate ship. Observation? Check! Confirmation? Check! All we had to do was left on the dock was the report. Oh, our job, by the way, was advanced reconnaissance to confirm the presence of the Golden Bow. They say that plenty of advanced reconnaissance teams that encounter abnormalities get wiped out in the process. We're about to make our return journey, considering the mission a resounding success when... Those pirates follow you guys there, huh? Team leader Haru has shared us that nothing was out of the ordinary, that these interruptions by opposing parties happened all the time. But... So I don't really care what you're doing all the way out here on this creepy ship, but this gentleman here was rather curious about what business you guys were up to, so I tagged along. No objections, huh? Pilot. I was so excited for the pilot voice. Pilot's face turned pale with fear for the first time since he started recounting his story. That's when I heard the weapon slip out of our team leader's hand and onto the ground. Our team leader's an experienced field agent with a decorated track record. I've never seen her just give up like that. She ain't the kind to be so easily rattled. So I turned to look at her, and the look in her face was... I say that was a look of resignation. I would be correct in assuming that she had something to say at that moment. Mission failed. Verbatim. She see, I mean, to give up like that. An officer from the middle should be here. Again, verbatim. I didn't think I had like a huge fancy tattoo that glowed purple. How'd you know? That was the very first thing I noticed about him, actually. That weird looking purple glowing tattoo. So I thought that maybe, just maybe, we had a shot. We're Unit 3 after all. We weren't no slouches and we had some impressive names with us. Didn't. I do not recall much more after that. When I came to, I was on the floor, face down. At first I thought I'd gone deaf and couldn't hear a thing. You know, like when a bomb goes off right next to you, your ears start ringing and all. Thought I'd burst my eardrums. But that wasn't it, no. It was my team shouting and screaming, and all combined in some kind of an incomprehensible cacophony. I just couldn't register that at first. Once I recognized that, I also noticed the deep rumbling echoing underneath all that. A bizarre, terrible rumbling that sounded like it was echoing from a place far from the branch. Bizarre rumbling? Yes, ma'am. It was almost like a distant explosion. It seemed like others were picking up on that odd noise, too. The pirates suddenly started acting all nervous. Even the big brother from the middle was rattled. They all called him the big brother? Did you hear that right? I guess there really was a big fish looking out for the pirates. Yes, ma'am! Loud and clear, they call him the Big Brother! I wonder how those fools are doing nowadays. They're going to the highest value hostages. We're leaving now. That right there is one of the 5 calamities. We have to book it before that thing gets here. We're all dead meat if we don't. One last thing I remember is our team leader. Right before I lost conscious of the team leader, she stuck her employee card badge onto my chest when the pirates weren't looking. Back then I didn't understand what she was doing, but now that I had some time to think about it, she doesn't look more valuable. She'll take me hostage instead of leaving me to die. Me, who's just a rookie. Sometimes everybody else used to be agent was either injured or unconscious. The middle got involved on that one. There was calamity even the middle bloke was scared of. Can you give us the coordinates for the Blobby Corp branch, Mr. Pilot? Of course! The pilot produced a piece of paper that had been folded over many times and handed it over to Faust. It's all right there, ma'am. Down to every last bit of detail you need. I hid from them from the best of my abilities. I'm glad I was able to complete my mission at least. Wait. That calamity. Was there anything else about it that stood out? There's gotta be more. Pale. Was white. An off-white color unlike anything I ever laid my eyes on before. It was, towering and pallid. And that rumbling, I'm sure I've heard of it before. It reminded me of U-Corp Singularity. That rumbling sounded a lot like them turning tuning forks when they combine stuff together. Yeah, almost there. Let me tag along with y'all. I could be your guide in the Lobby Corp branch. Indeed, it's supposed to be a joint operation with the LCCB where they were supposed to accompany us to the Lobby Corp branch. What's your decision, Dante? Tell him that while I appreciate his offer, I decline. People that get involved with us often don't make it out in one piece. Oh, yeah. Which saved your life. May show some gratitude. Thank you! Mr. Pilot, please remain on standby until the after team arrives. Then return to base and report your findings. So they declined, huh? The stories were true. I don't hear nothing but the ticking of their clock. Executive Manager, in their endless generosity, has deigned to thank you for the offer. Remember that as they return. Alright. Well, then best of luck to y'all. That's all I needed. Bye. Ishmael was the first to leave the room. This meeting was pretty short-lived. But say hello to Saw for us, will you? And please tell her I'm thankful for what she did for us. Back then, I couldn't bring myself to tell her even that. I'll be sure to tell her that. You have endured well despite the tribulations, Pilot. Ah, you sang, how kind you. It appeared to me that he deserved such words. I want to see my team again! They were all so kind to me! Me being the rookie of the team and all. Maybe there's survivors in the Lobby Corp branch! Pilot's eyes, which had been welling up for a while, eventually broke like a dam. Tears flowed down his cheeks to the ground. I shall bring them home, you have my word. And mine too. You won't fail again. I have examined the variable coordinates Mr. Pilot provided us. What exactly are the variable coordinates? Just beyond a certain magnitude, like our Lobotomy Corp branch or the Marlin Port, see the partial laws of the Great Lake in an encrypted form of U-Corp. U-Corp holds a strict monopoly on the intel regarding the laws of the Great Lake within the nest. Of course, the vessels that receive that intel pay various prices for that privileges. They use that partial information to calculate at which location their vessels must be during which specific period to ensure a safe voyage, and found into a standard form known as variable coordinates. Port ships often send out their coordinates to other vessels, as they want to host as many guests as possible. The vessel that prioritize privacy and secrecy, like the former L-Corp branch in question, will never do so. So the Alabama Corp branch we're looking for is kind of the contriver ship, huh? And there's gotta be a black market out there for people willing to pay big money for its coordinates. Breast of introduction. Also, unlike normal coordinates, variable coordinates are composed of lengthy and encrypted codes. Therefore, vessels sailing across the Great Lakes start by entering the variable coordinates of their destination. Based on information, said vessels will follow a certain route charted via the automatic navigation system that periodically confirms the location of their destination. Ah, it's a lot of big words! So basically, if we enter the branch, we get the information we got from Mr. Pilot here, somehow find a way to the Bondi Corp branch. It's useless in the water to the outskirts beyond the border of U-Corp. Indeed. The Lobotomy Corp branch is within U-Corp borders. You'll have no trouble analyzing the vessel's travel patterns as long as we have its variable coordinates. Gotcha, let's get a move on. Sung and Sinclair nodded with determination while the other sinners followed suit and hurried on. They didn't catch a clear view. I think Ishmael nodded too. God, I had so much fun with that pilot voice. I don't think we see him again for a while. We will see him again. Which I normally was not the biggest fan of, but with me having that voice on fucking lock, oh, I'm looking forward to that. I hope I can remember that voice for when we get there in many episodes' time. We made our way past these mountains of shipping containers and back to where we first docked. Saw Vergilius and Karen on the beach watching us approach. One of the two was clearly suffering from crushing boredom. Karen ate ice cream. It was cold but disappeared fast. Did it not have the putrid scent of the sea? Putrid? Karen does not know what that means. 'Tis a flavor not unlike licking a fish. Blanca licks fish? Funny tastes. Karen, shudder. Something happened by the look on your faces. Explain. Oh, to explain! Upon our arrival at the promised location! That is not my concern. I want to know what intel you've learned and make it short. You know where the Golden Bow is. It's an Lobotomy Corp branch in the middle of the Great Lake. Of course it's an Lobotomy Corp branch. You learn anything else? We obtained its variable coordinates. I know what you're about to say. That's it. That's all I got or something, but just listen to the trouble we went through. No, that's good enough. What makes me willing to applaud to you all. Oh my. Gillis, there was... I know exactly what you're about to tell me. I'll deal with it. Stay out of this. You look impatient, Ishmael. I said our earlier consultation did not ease your anxiety. Of course not. I don't even know what's happening with my mission. Wading blindly through a misty sea. And here we are, shoving our noses in everything everywhere, driving up the wall. Relax. You must know no path is ever direct in the Great Lake. Not expected this much lack of patience from someone who spent most of her life here. And I assume the mess you've left the manager's shoulder in is also a consequence of your impatience. That's clearly an unintentional mistake. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be sitting before me with your throat intact. Why do you fail to look further, Ishmael? By now you must have realized what awaits you at the end of this journey. That contract clause you're so impatient about is bound to make an appearance as long as you follow the manager's peculiar misadventures. A combative attitude against the manager will only delay that inevitability. It happened 4 times, not a very big sample. Well, I'm good at reading how things usually flow. If you're so sure about it, then fine. I won't let frustration get the better of me. Don't step out of line, not any more than necessary. Ishmael, what happened, happened. You'll still have to write a perform explaining your actions and the circumstances surrounding them. Gladly, as long as the guide is right. Have you bought any ice cream by any? Rather not. I was merely curious what the famed ice cream McMahon put. I should board the bus to post haste. Appreciate the effort you saw. Your appreciation was more than enough. You're not gonna answer me anyway, but what were you 2 up to? Dante is asking a meaningless question. Don't let them rub off on you, Dante. What, was I actually supposed to bring a tub of whale ice cream for everyone? Yes. Yes, you were. We wanted the whale ice cream. There's ice cream in general. God, I'm gonna get myself an ice cream sandwich. But that'll be between episodes, and actually, no, it won't be because I have a cat on my lap. You don't want to disturb him. Next time, we'll get into some combat with some pirates. Yo ho ho. But until then, see you guys later.